We are coming to you from Madrid, and as you can see, right beside me is Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce. Shelly, firstly, thank you so much for being here. We are, of course, broadcasting this in India, and you've been in India. What do you think of Indian, when I say India, what do you think about the Indian athletes, Indian sport? What comes to your mind?
Oh, of course, when you talk about India, you have to talk about cricket,
Yes.
So as a Jamaican, I've been able to watch the West Indies play India a lot of times. Of course, I wasn't cheering for India, I was cheering for the West Indies. But nonetheless, you guys have really done remarkable when it comes to cricket. And for me, I think one of your athletes, I think his name is Chopra.
Neeraj Chopra.
Yes, with that does the javelin. So, I know a couple athletes over there, and you guys have continued to really just push the envelope of what it means to be an Indian athlete. So, for me, I think the more athlete that comes and deliver, it creates a space for athletes to understand that if they can, I can too.
And you absolutely can. You have shown that to the world. You're a multiple Olympic medalist. You have so many laurels that you have won. Shelly, how did you do it? And, just what kept you motivated, and what did you, kept telling yourself that I can still go, I can still go, I can still achieve more?
I think really what kept me going is just consistency and discipline, and combining both things and, just creating that space for me. And I think for the years that I've been doing track, it's really about just adapting to different seasons, knowing who you are, knowing what you want to accomplish, and really just motivate yourself to go do it. For me, it's always important as an athlete to know your whys, know why you're doing what you're doing, so that you're able to go back to that why when things get difficult. So for me, I think the years of competing has given me, the ability to really adapt to different seasons and to understand that it doesn't matter where you are now, you still have a long way to go, and you just have to use the experiences that you have right now and use those to propel you to the next step. So for me, I've been able to just really be disciplined and focus on what it is that I want to achieve.
And when we talk about sport in general in today's day, one of the most debatable points is probably men versus women, and how has that gap bridged, or is there still a long way to go? We keep talking about gender parity and everything else, but can there ever be, realistically speaking, no comparisons? Can we reach a point?
I would like to say we have come a long way. I think women's sport has definitely evolved and has given a lot of us a lot more, space. We have taken up a lot more space, and for that we are eternally grateful. And I think as female athletes, we just have to continue to use our voice and our platforms to advocate for more, to advocate for the next. And it's because of athletes who have championed causes before us that we are able to step into an era where we are doing more. Like just recently, even for the women's NBA, I noticed that they had a pay raise. And those are the results of conversations, hard and honest conversation that female athletes continue to have whenever they sit at a table or in the room. They have to just say what is important, and once they continue to speak on it, then the changes will come. But I think we have definitely come a long way.
And IOC has also stepped in with their new rule as well, where it says that if you're biologically female, only then are you going to be competing in female events. So what do you think about that particular step being taken?
For me, the IAF or the IOC is the governing body of the sport. When they make the decisions, I'm sure they make decisions with the intent of making sure that we're all treated equally. So for me, whatever governs the sport and whatever decisions that they reach, I think it's all for the benefit of the sport. And as we just continue to focus on the things that we do as female athletes to champion our sport, and to really raise awareness of what it is that we want and how it is that we want to be celebrated as women.
Shelly, I did my research when I was planning for your interview. I know you live in India. I know you love Bollywood and the music as well. So do you want to tell us a little about that as well?
Oh yeah, it's funny enough, I was in high school. I was at Wolmer's Girls, and we in Jamaica, our motto is out of many one people. So we have all different ethnicity and different cultures in Jamaica. And I remember we had one of our prefects. She's from, I think her family is from India. She's Jamaican, but her family is from India. And we usually have like a talent piece when we're in high school, and she performed in her, I think you call it sari.
Yes.
She performed in her sari, and this was years ago, and I remember her singing Nimuna Nimuna Nimuna, and I never forgot it. And she was doing the dances and I never forgot that dance. So yeah.
And final question to you: we are of course broadcasting the Loris Awards live in India on Times now. This is going to be the first time ever. What would you want to say to the Indian audiences looking forward to the awards tomorrow?
Yeah, I think for all of India, I think they should definitely celebrate this as a huge milestone, and I think this opened the door for, who knows, next year the athlete of the year will come from India.
And just to add, the women's cricket team is nominated for the team of the year.
Yay! Go India! So I think that's very important, and that's what we like to see. We love to see changes like these and evolution of the sport. And just a huge congratulations to Team India for the cricket team. Congrats! I hope you guys win. So yeah.
Thank you so much for
You're
speaking
very
to
welcome.
us.